Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Roosevelt University's 165th Commencement Ceremony. I'm Corey Williams, Vice Provost for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. To honor our graduates, please rise and remain standing during the processional performed by the Chicago College for Performing Arts Double Brass Quintet. Now entering the theater, the Roosevelt University faculty. Now entering candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees from the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy. The master's degree candidates are led by banner carriers Rajesh Yoramseti and Richard Aka Azabawa, carrying the college's processional banner. The bachelor's degree candidates are led by banner carriers Leslie Espinosa and Melissa Castrejon, carrying the college's processional banner. Now entering candidates for the master's and bachelor's degrees from the Walter E. Heller College of Business. The master's degree candidates are led by banner carriers Meli Frugoli, carrying the college's processional banner. The bachelor's degree candidates are led by banner carriers Daisha Thomas, carrying the college's processional banner. Now entering the theater, members of the platform party, college deans, vice presidents, keynote and student speakers, special guests, University Senate Chair, members of the Board of Trustees, the Provost, and the President. Banner carriers, please proceed to the stage. Please remain standing and join in the singing of our national anthem, led by Margaret Higgins, BFA Music Theater, class of 2026. Thank you, Margaret. Please be seated. Roosevelt University is positioned on the traditional unceded homelands of the Council of the Three Fires, the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. Many other tribes, such as the Miami, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Sac, and Fox, also called this area home. Today, Chicago is home to one of the largest urban indigenous communities in the United States. With this land acknowledgement, the Roosevelt University community honors, with gratitude, this land and the indigenous people who have stewarded it throughout the generations. We recognize the indigenous people who laid the foundation for the city we inhabit, as well as the diverse indigenous nations that reside here today. We vow to do our part to right the historic wrongs of colonization, to support indigenous communities' struggles for self-determination, and to be better stewards of the land that we inhabit. To all in the audience, we ask that you please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices as a courtesy to the graduates and those around you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mike Malley, Provost.
Thank you. Graduates, family members, friends, on behalf of the entire Roosevelt University community, it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to Roosevelt University's 165th commencement ceremony. Graduates, we are all here today to recognize you and to celebrate your accomplishments. We are thrilled to be together in the beautiful Auditorium Theatre to commemorate this moment. And speaking of that, you don't get many times to do that. So as you look around the theater, you'll see the faces of the faculty members who nurtured you, mentored you, and supported you over the years. Your professors are just as grateful for what they have learned from you. Your curiosity, your resilience, and your commitment to your beliefs. I ask that the Roosevelt University faculty stand and be recognized. Thank you. Graduates, thank you for contributing to Roosevelt University's history and tradition of excellence. We look forward to hearing from all of you in the years to come. We will all take great pride in all of your future successes. Now please welcome the President of Roosevelt University, Dr. Ali Malekzadeh.
Thank you, Provost Malley, and good morning, everyone. That was so lame. Good morning, everyone. Look at the bright side. No more tuition payments. Yeah, I hear it from your family members in the back. Thank goodness. All right. Well, we're going to get started. So good morning. Welcome to Roosevelt University's 165th commencement ceremony. It is a pleasure to welcome all graduates and your families to this momentous occasion, one that all of you can be proud of. Today is a day of celebration. You have completed your courses, mastered the discipline, and soon will be conferred your degrees. In the face of formidable challenges, you have achieved so much. Today is a culmination of many hours of hard work, close friendships, and deep resourcefulness. Now, I want to welcome our special guests today, including our distinguished keynote speaker and an honorary degree, doctorate degree recipients, Tracy Roosevelt. I don't know where the name Roosevelt comes from. You're going to hear more about that. Our board chair, J.C. Gonzalez Mendez, and our trustees who are on the podium, and also interim President Jerry Torrer, Columbia College of Chicago president, and of course Roosevelt faculty and staff and leadership. So I now invite Dean Gina Bucola to join me in introducing our honorary degree recipient, Tracy Roosevelt.
Teresa Tracy Roosevelt is the great-granddaughter of Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt. She received a bachelor's degree with honors from Brown University and a master's degree from the London School of Economics. Tracy received her JD from the Georgetown University Law Center. Effective June 1st, Tracy will be a member of Roosevelt University's Board of Trustees. Tracy recently served as the Deputy Chief of Staff to the Secretary of the Navy in the Biden-Harris administration. Before that, she spent 6 months in-house as attorney advisor to the General Counsel of the Navy. Prior to her government service, Tracy practiced law for nearly a decade. Before practicing law, she worked in London, where she researched and designed the thematic content for the former president of Nigeria's Presidential Library. She is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and the American Society of International Law. Tracy lives in Washington, D.C. with her husband and 3 young children. President Melchizedek, in recognition of her distinguished career in the field of law and as a bearer of the Roosevelt family legacy, I present Tracy Roosevelt as a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Okay. Tracy Roosevelt, in recognition of these and other outstanding achievements, with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, it is a distinct honor to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. Good.
Thank you so much.
Normal? Right. And, of course, we'll hold it for you here. Okay. All right. And the podium is yours.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, President Ali. Congratulations. It is an honor to be here today to celebrate the achievements of this distinguished graduating class. I'm proud that this university is named in honor of my great-grandparents, Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt. On this stage of the beautiful Auditorium Theatre, I follow in the footsteps of family who were present at Roosevelt Commencement's past. My great-grandmother, Eleanor, my great-uncle, John, and my aunt, Anne, who is currently a lifetime trustee of the university. As you embark on the next phase of your lives as college graduates, I would like to remind you about the remarkable legacy of Roosevelt University and its connection to my great-grandparents. It is a legacy founded 80 years ago on a commitment to social justice, which this university is still dedicated to today. And I understand it is a commitment that each of you takes seriously. 80 years ago last month, in April of 1945, World War II was drawing to a close. The YMCA College of Chicago decided to impose limits on the numbers of Jewish, Black, and Asian students they admitted. It was a morally wrong practice that was far too common in universities across the country at the time. The YMCA also wanted to prohibit the teaching of what they called controversial, partisan, and faction-breeding issues, such as race, religion, or labor studies. And they proposed to audit classes and report on what was being taught. At that time, our nation was fighting against fascism and hate, and fighting for President Roosevelt's 4 freedoms: freedom of expression, freedom from fear, freedom of worship, and freedom from want. The faculty, students, and staff believed that the YMCA's demands for racial and religious admissions quotas and for limits on freedom of speech were unacceptable. The YMCA college president, Edward Sparling, at first refused to provide information on student racial and religious identities, saying, "We don't count that way." He resigned under protest as he was about to be fired. The majority of faculty and staff also resigned in his support, and the students voted enthusiastically to follow them to a new, more democratic college. My great-grandfather, President Franklin Roosevelt, died on April 12, 1945, and when his wife, Eleanor, was asked if the new college could be named in his honor, she enthusiastically agreed. She also agreed to be the leader of the first advocacy board, and thus the Roosevelt partnership with this university began. To understand why the university's mission and commitment to social justice is so important to my family, and why I am so inspired by all of you, it's important to tell you a little bit about my great-grandmother, Eleanor. When she became First Lady of the United States during the Great Depression, she fought against racial discrimination in education, believing every child, regardless of her background, had the right to learn. She was an avid supporter of student organizations and movements, and championed her husband's National Youth Administration, a New Deal program for high school and college students. Although my great-grandmother never went to college, an accomplishment all of you now have, she was a lifelong learner and an ardent supporter of higher education as a keystone of democracy. My great-grandfather, the president, shared his wife Eleanor's belief that higher education is a keystone of democracy. Toward the end of World War II, he asked one of his aides to interview American soldiers in Europe. He wanted to know what they most desired when they returned home. When the aide told President Roosevelt that the single most common request was access to higher education, his face lit up. Educational benefits were a central component of the GI Bill passed in 1944. Those benefits made a huge difference, bringing thousands of veterans through the doors of Roosevelt College and to schools around the country. The ideals in the GI Bill echoed the belief of Roosevelt College's founding faculty, students, and staff. Their motto was, "Knowledge is essentially democratic and universal. It knows no borders, boundaries, colors, creeds, or cultures." Democracy and social justice were uncommon attributes of higher education in those days. Roosevelt College was, as one newspaper reporter wrote, "not like any other college you ever saw. As you walk down the corridors and peer into classrooms, you observe all races and colors." In addition, the founding faculty and staff included women and men, immigrants and refugees, and people who were native-born, African-American, white, Jewish, Catholic, Protestant, atheist, Latino, Hindu, and Asian. Many of them barred from working at other universities because of their ethnicity, race, or religion. They had political differences. There was a conservative caucus and a liberal caucus, and yet this diverse community was united by a common commitment to democracy and education. In the fall of 1945, Eleanor Roosevelt, speaking to over 1,000 people at a celebration in Chicago, dedicated this new college to the enlightenment of the human spirit through the constant search for truth and to the growth of the human spirit through knowledge, understanding, and goodwill. Roosevelt College, she said, would teach persons of both sexes and various races on equal terms and create a teaching faculty which is both free and responsible in the discovery and dissemination of truth. She remained unwavering in her support for the college. She visited campus many times, meeting with students and helping with fundraising and publicity. In 1959, after the college became a university with a graduate school, the university celebrated Eleanor's 75th birthday with a rededication of its name to include Eleanor as well as Franklin. This became the only university in the world dedicated to both Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt. To me, the Roosevelt University story highlights the enormous courage it took to resist intolerance, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness in those times. The founding community united for what they believed was just, even when there were no assurances of money for salaries, a building, libraries, labs, and everything it takes to provide quality education. That took courage. It also took courage when a few years later, they were investigated, along with the University of Chicago, for communist subversion because of the seemingly radical mission of social justice and equity in education. Even when they were called the Little Red Schoolhouse, they persisted. But gradually, Roosevelt University became known as a model of democracy in education and Chicago's Equality Lab. The tradition of democracy and dedication to social justice continues here. Each of you took mandatory ideals of social justice courses and may have taken classes in social justice studies, participated in numerous clubs and organizations focused on issues like racial and gender equity, international human rights, and reproductive rights. You attended programs, exhibits, and lectures on a variety of topics, including immigration, gun violence, restorative justice, and community leadership. You donated your time to social justice causes through the RU Legal Clinic, assisting underserved individuals in the community, as well as the VITA program, providing free tax services to the community. There is also the Eleanor Roosevelt Social Justice Award and the Center for New Deal Studies. This is only a small fraction of the social justice activity taking place on campus. While a variety of perspectives still characterizes the range of student and faculty activities, a common belief in social justice and democracy prevails. Your university, Roosevelt University, is the model of what you can do for social justice as you progress in your career, whether it's in business and technology, the arts, science and health professions, education, law, public service, or even US Congress, where 7 Roosevelt University graduates have served. As your career progresses, I hope you remember the legacy of your Roosevelt education. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. famously said that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. In my career, serving in both government as Deputy Chief of Staff to the Secretary of the Navy in the Biden-Harris administration, and in private law practice representing countries in international courts, I have seen that progress along the arc is not always linear. It moves forward 1 step, 2 steps back, and then soars a mile ahead. Please stay the course. If you do, you can change the world. A public interest lawyer shared what she calls the starfish story. A small boy walks on a beach after a storm, rescuing the starfish on shore by throwing them into the ocean. When a man approaches the boy and tells him that there are miles of beach and hundreds of starfish he cannot save, the boy listens politely, throws another starfish back into the surf, and smiling says, "I made a difference to that one. Be that person." That was always the perspective my great-grandmother Eleanor took as well. In the years to come, I hope you remain proud of your Roosevelt education. Whatever the future holds, remember the Roosevelt story of resilience, courage, empathy, resolve, and hope. Remember the building of an academic community against all odds that reflected the ideals of democracy. Remember that you now have the tools to be a bender of the arc of the moral universe. Choose to bend it toward justice. I am so honored to have had the opportunity to speak to you today. On behalf of the Roosevelt family, my congratulations. We can't wait to see how you make a difference. Thank you.
And now, it is my honor to introduce the chair of Roosevelt University's Board of Trustees, J.C. Gonzalez Mendez.
Thank you, Tracy, for those very inspiring words. We're so proud to have you as a member of the Board of Trustees. Good morning, graduates. Good morning. Oh, gee Luis. Buenos dias. And now we're talking. This is your moment. A celebration of what you have all worked so hard for. Your grit, your growth, and your determination to finish what you started. But make no mistake, this moment is much bigger than any one of us. Because for many of you, this is a first. The first college graduate in your family. The first to break through barriers that were never meant to be there in the first place. The first to show your community what's possible. And that is something to be really proud of. You should be proud, not just for your degree, but what it represents. Your persistence, your purpose, your power. But there's the truth. Pride alone is not enough. Because you need to understand that the price of leadership is responsibility. You're not just walking off the stage with a diploma. You're walking with a duty to speak up, to give back, to look around and ask, who else can I bring with me? See, 80 years ago, this university was born from that same mindset. In 1945, as you heard, colleges across the country were being asked to limit access based on race, religion, and gender. But Roosevelt founders made it a completely different choice. A visionary leader and 62 faculty members stood up and said, "We don't count that way." Those 5 words became the foundation. Words of courage, a principle of radical acceptance. Roosevelt University was built not to exclude, but rather to include. Not to close doors, but to open doors. And you, the class of 2025, are living proof of that mission. At Roosevelt University, we believe that whatever your background, whatever you're from, your potential deserves a chance to rise. And when it rises, when you rise, it lifts others too. Now, you didn't get here by accident. You got here through courage, through long nights, early mornings, setbacks, comebacks, and the strength to keep going. But now, as you take this next step, I want you to carry something with you. Keep saying, "We don't count that way." Let me hear it. We don't count that way. Say it when you're in a room when someone is being left out. Say it when you're positioned to lead and someone else needs a hand up. Say it when the world to measure people by what they lack instead of what they have to offer. Because the world doesn't just need more college graduates, it needs more people like all of you. People of courage, people of conscience, people who know that success isn't just about how far you go, but about how many people you take with you. So yes, be proud, celebrate today, but tomorrow, get to work. Build something, change something. Be the leader your community needs and deserves. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Class of 2025, keep dreaming, keep believing, but most of all, keep building a better future, not just for yourselves, but for everyone coming after you. Congratulations, we're so very proud of you.
Thank you, Chair Gonzalez-Mendez. Now, I would like to introduce our student commencement speaker, Sarah Sosa. Sarah Sosa is a first-generation student of Puerto Rican heritage who has garnered the strength to overcome life's most difficult obstacles by leaning on her faith and family. A Chicago native born in Humboldt Park, she has experienced firsthand how pivotal and transformational it can be when one decides to pursue an education. Sarah attended Nicholas Senn High School, where she graduated with an International Baccalaureate Diploma, a program that ignited Sarah's passion for STEM and her strong desire to help people. Roosevelt's social justice mission and humanitarian focus further bolstered her passion for serving others and helped her discover her dream job as an X-ray technologist. In addition to her academic commitments, she has also engaged in many volunteer efforts at home with her family, in her community with various local groups, and in the clinical setting. She is graduating with a bachelor's in radiography to the university's unique clinical program with Northwestern Medicine. She was appointed as vice president as her program's cohort and will soon begin a position as a radiologic technologist at Northwestern Memorial in June, where she hopes to be of great impact to her community. Her lifelong goal is to not only provide high-quality patient care with her dedication, diligence, and technical skills, but to tirelessly be a beacon of light, kindness, and positivity to us all. Please welcome Sarah Sosa.
Thank you so much. Whew. Good morning, Roosevelt University faculty, staff, Board of Trustees, fellow graduates, family, and friends. It is such a tremendous honor and blessing to stand before you on this momentous day that we have dreamed about for so long. 5/9/25. This is the date that President Ali echoed in this very Auditorium Theatre during new student orientation 4 years ago. Not a single day has passed where I did not remember how sure, determined, and honest he was standing before us, saying that on this day, we would walk across the stage as graduates if we simply believed that we could, and if we worked diligently towards that goal. And here we are, a wonderfully diverse and dynamic group of students, rightly so. Looking back, do you all remember how you got to Roosevelt? For me, I was just a hopeful junior in high school who, amid much uncertainty during the pandemic, found assurance in Roosevelt and a degree I didn't even know existed. Roosevelt's unique program in allied health with Northwestern Medicine called to me, and when I was accepted, I couldn't believe it. From day one, I have made so many wonderful connections and lifelong memories that have fundamentally shaped who I am today. I am eternally grateful that I was able to learn and grow from so many wise and experienced professionals, both here and in the clinical setting of radiography. All these experiences have well equipped me for my future career in healthcare, to the point where I already have my dream job lined up at Northwestern Medicine. Thank you. And it all began at Roosevelt. Ultimately, it is due to great courage and grit that we walk across this stage today. Despite all the struggles and obstacles we had to overcome, we did not let adversity change who we are and what we stand for. And we most definitely did not let these hardships rob us of our dreams. In life, we must hold on tightly to what makes us who we are and use our ever-growing knowledge to empower others to do the same. In this increasingly divisive world we live in, we need to stand alongside one another with respect and love for humanity. If we have learned anything from our time here, it is that we have a duty now more than ever to use our education alongside our unique gifts and talents to better our communities. Our contribution may seem minute, and some of you still may not know exactly where you're going today, but collectively, we will actively shape the world that we want to live in. We will do so by treating each and every single person we encounter with kindness, grace, and respect, thus honoring their immense value and worth as an individual. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be successful in life, but what we must realize is that with every encounter, we are touching more lives than we will ever know. These interactions vastly outweigh any status we could ever hope to achieve. Much congratulations to the class of 2025. I know we will make a lasting mark in this world for the betterment of us all. I would like all of us to reflect on one of my favorite quotes written by Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton. History has its eyes on you. I implore you all, be strong, be courageous, be unapologetically you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah, for your thoughtful and generous remarks and for being with us today. All right, so now's the moment for which we have come together, the conferring of the earned degrees upon the Roosevelt University class of 2025. Yeah. In keeping with the significance of this occasion and out of respect for your classmates, we ask that you return to your seats after receiving your degrees and remain until the ceremony ends. Okay, so I would now like to introduce Dean Kelly Wentz Hunter, who will present the candidates receiving master's degrees from the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy. The names of the candidates will be read by Norbert Cordero and Kelsey Polson Ellisted.
I now present candidates receiving master's degrees from the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy. Candidates, please rise and proceed to the stage to receive your degrees. President Melexide, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy, it is my pleasure to present the following candidates for their master's degrees.
Dean Wentz Hunter, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon these worthy candidates their master's degrees. Congratulations.
Rajesh Aram City.
Richard Azingboa.
Marie Eve Balou.
Angelina Cofield.
Matthew Calcote.
Sydney Calmes.
Monica Delgado.
Julian Estrada.
Aisun Ferrad.
Lauren Fritzschel.
Sierra Garrett.
Dulce Gomez.
Haley Haigumaster.
Miriam Hanna.
Joana Hernandez Rodriguez.
Akila Howard.
Jacinta Harris.
Cynthia Johnson.
Eva Dorata Kalake.
Carolina Kayakowski.
Andrea Macias.
Randy Galeano Martinez.
Diamond McLean.
Garibaldi Nunez.
Karen Okanse.
Lauren O'Connor.
Jeanette Olazar Uya.
Kushi Patel.
Vishwa Patel.
Vanessa Isabel Perez Elguera.
Maria Rizwan.
Penny Rogers.
Doha Sadi.
Hana Saba.
Giovanni Sanchez.
Brett Stocksville.
Perla Cristal Solis Roque.
Mackenzie Swan.
Rosel Sanguenza.
Miranda Vaca.
A Miracle Williams Anderson.
Sada Allah.
Naga Sai Bhargava Gupta Aluvala.
Josh Prenreath Ambati.
Siva Sai Kumar Reddy Ambavaram.
Somia Aya Gabri.
Sarashchandra Ayala Somayajula. Ayala Somayajula.
Saras Chandra Ayala Soma Ajula.
Ravi Dranath Reddy Bijula.
Akil Chaka.
Shalasani Giridhar.
Steve Ashwin Christie.
Nithinin Matthew Chinabatini.
Alay Gandhi.
Riley Herbst.
Mirasin Gohil.
Pornun Johnson Ganji Kunata.
Sai Sujith Gorankala.
Srivali Gude.
Sanidaham Guringja.
Kiran Kuntala.
Hufsa Khatun.
Shreyabin Jaiswal.
Bhargavi Parate.
Manan Kumar Patel.
Het Bhagaratbhai Patel.
Dhruvi Patel.
Rajesh Marchella.
Erica Miraz.
Nicole Nilsson. You ready? Najwa Nasser.
Alexander Papiano.
Bana Kalyan Pulibandla.
Sei Manohar Palevar.
Rohit Rampuli.
Sarib Ahmed.
Ashwarya Kundur.
Syed U Hassan.
Aman Ullah Shah.
Prithvi Raj Kanagori.
Henry Salinas.
Syed Sarfarkez.
Gurlev Singh.
Pravalika Nadi Raju.
Nikhil Deep Shankam.
Rushita Tegula.
Rohit Raj Tedu.
Bahadur Kaya.
Raghu Rem Reddy Manchikanti.
Gopi Krishna Anand.
Pavan Raghava Mokas.
Navya Gadusu.
Hernish Shah.
Rutvi Shah.
Jinal Solanki.
Asmita Arun Kote.
Supriya Hitesh Girase.
Janal Rajubidi Moradia.
Jigar Rajesh Patel.
Shrey Arvindukumar Patel.
Selva, what? Could you say? Selva Ritrik Reddy.
Aradin Vidi Vanavasam.
Bhargava Rohit Sapidi.
Mana Mohanan Kumbatori Thangaraji.
Ashish Karikeri.
Harini Idupaganti.
Sai Dugarao Padamati.
Pavan Krishna Pilutala.
Anantha Venkata Baravaj Kompella.
Kendrick Wilson.
Tirupati Naidu Marisetti.
Murali Nagaranta Satya Viravena Jalepali.
Rithin Reddy Banda.
Aditya Yanuganti.
Ravi Teja Reddy Kanala.
Prashant Reddy Paltola.
Bhargava Satya Krishna Kunaparedi.
Saikiran Bora Kemeshwar.
Hani Dabas.
Pranay Shala.
Pavitra Gadamseti.
Luxmi Priya R.
Stravaya Bolineni.
Bharat Banusu.
Satish Anugu.
Shahid Shaikh.
Anusha Jagili.
Yukta Amir Shelty.
Yamini Yeleti.
Freni Brahmak Shira.
Shubham Patel.
Kamalpreet Kaur.
Stravani Esampali.
Anjiru Vineeth.
Sharat Chaitanya Bandari.
Namrata.
Sri Lanka.
Bharat Anantaneni.
Harsha Gedam.
Lakshmida Megumala.
Sauma Reddy Manda.
Gopisharan Simradi.
Anusha Kata.
Srilata Nagulapali.
Anjali Dendi.
Sriksha Chikada.
Ajay Sai Bingi.
Vamshi Krishna Shirama.
Karthik Budi.
Lakshmi Madhuri Unam.
Ravichandra Valuri.
Puni Vidyahamavani.
Mahesh Boyapati.
Pavani Meenam Pati.
Sidhu Vadepali.
Meet
Udaya Shri.
Suvendra Gantapogu.
Madhuri Tota.
Gautam Mani.
Sairam Sujal Kodam.
Roshan Reddy Telukala.
Manasa Pitala.
Gautam Loku.
Vamsi Krishna Reddy Kanala.
Harish Pujari.
Prakash Reddy Adapala.
Lakshmi Venkatasai Sarat Kunaparedi.
Siddhartha Silam.
Lokesh Gudi Puri.
Sai Pranay Reddy Singhavarapu.
Harishit Upu.
Satish Reddy Vanga.
Vamsi Pedu.
Nashita Lakhani.
Vamshi Shalagundala.
Durga Rao Vemula.
Sri Teja Vemula Pali.
Pranav Kumar Jupali.
I would now like to introduce Dean Glenn Brodowski, who will present the candidates receiving master's degrees from the Walter E. Heller College of Business. The names of the candidates will be read by Jane Wendorf-Grabs and Colette English-Dixon.
I now present candidates receiving master's degrees from the Walter E. Heller College of Business. Candidates, please rise and proceed to the stage to receive your degrees. President Malaksadeh, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Walter E. Heller College of Business, it is my pleasure to present the following candidates for their master's degrees.
Dean Brodowski, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Walter E. Heller College of Business, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon these worthy candidates their master's degrees. Congratulations.
Melly Frigoli. Bhavani Kankupadal.
Patrick Kibler.
Alicia Gottlieb.
Nicole Gerdzunas.
Nina Lazik.
Malu Savannah Lockmeyer.
Wiraj Yaginik.
Sri Ranjana Koduru.
Rajeshkar Reddy Kesareddy.
Ankita Joynovig Yadav.
Juan Felipe Penuela.
Panyandeep Kakarla.
Nirmal Panwar.
Raj Patel.
George Mutakal.
Sonia Millsap.
Rohail Memon.
Venkata Sai Krishna Reddy Mata.
Azam Husseini Syed.
Parvani Gadapa.
Likita Sai Lingagiri.
Rebecca Antonio Geiger.
La Krista Marcel Miles.
Fernanda Garza.
Owner Demurbus.
Nana Buzia.
Denise Johnson.
Wakila Bradley.
Jasmine Dominique Bland.
Maxwell Austin Busela.
Yazid Benchegra. Ashwarya Apt.
Pichrazme Saing.
Haiti Santoyo.
Robert Smith Jr.
Jessica Sinkowicz.
Jamil Shium.
Maliha Nasir Sayeda.
Leah Markowski.
Fujita Bade.
Christian Verdugo.
Biyi Zhu.
Kayed Ajay. Ajay.
Rosario Serna Prado.
Courtney Chavers.
Venkatesh Kamuni.
Manasvi Veludadi, daughter of Swarna Latha.
Pranutha Reddy Singareddy.
Gopinath Dara.
Twisha Debak Bhavana Jagoni.
Nicholas Klein.
Jinsi Majmundar.
Wanda Montgomery.
Conrad Para.
Shetu Harjapati.
Alfonso Ramirez.
Andrea Thomas.
Wanda Ward.
Lamont Watson.
Priscilla Zavala.
Anna Zahariba.
Christina Calado Echevarria.
Teddy Henry. Jackie Jones.
Sochi Ocho'u.
Rihanna Peoples Hargret.
Sri Sai Charita Punjala.
Manas Kumar Gupta Vajcharla.
Venkata Sai Prasad Yalamanchi.
Sueya Prakash.
Juan Aviles Delgado.
Sridash Gaparelivia.
Kaye Muhammad.
Chanel Rogers.
Rohit Padgawan Kar.
Stephen Ward Brown.
Daniel Oni.
Taiwo Joshua.
Chenna Rao Boro. Sai Pritham Yamsani.
Thank you.
It's now time to present the candidates receiving bachelor's degrees. Students, at the end of the ceremony, we will have a special time to turn your tassels, but not quite yet. For now, they should be on the right-hand side of your mortarboard. Once again, out of respect for your fellow graduates, please return to your seats after receiving your degrees and remain until the ceremony ends. We would now like to present bachelor degree candidates from the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy. I invite Dean Kelly Wentz-Hunter to return to the podium. The names of candidates will be read by Norbert Cordero and Kelsey Polson-Elstad.
College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy students, please rise and proceed to the stage to receive your bachelor's degree. I think they're excited.
I think so.
Okay. President Melexade, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy, it is my pleasure to present the following candidates for their bachelor's degree.
Dean Wentz-Hunter, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Science, Health, and Pharmacy, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon these worthy candidates their bachelor degrees.
Sarah Sosa.
Leslie Alexa Espinoza.
Melissa Castrellon.
Evelyn Romero Perez.
Madison Sullivan.
Helga Vig.
Jihao Xian.
Emily Zanzola.
Daniela Zapata.
Nicholas Moreno.
Olatunji Onasanya.
Jocelyn Pineda.
Brianna Prado Morales.
Catherine Pulley.
Daniel Reed.
Bianca Reed.
Domenico Lazara.
Adela Lazara.
Alisa Leon.
Marchand.
Caitlin Martin.
Ashley Miranda.
Mariam Haq.
Essence Harper.
Rama Hassan.
Cassandra Hernandez.
Tram Ho.
Luis Del Carmen Jawe Geronimo.
Catherine Carr.
Max Spinner.
Madeline Gonzalez.
Sabrina Gonzalez.
Nathaniel Jimenez Gorospa.
Savannah Green.
Christopher D. Griggs.
Jorge Gutierrez.
Angelica Cervantes.
Rumesa Selik.
Breno Teodora Coutinho.
Quinn Christensen.
Jasmine Chung.
Joseph Deborah.
Mackenzie Dongmo.
Roberto Fernandez.
Alexander Alvarez.
Madeline Anderson.
Edgar Bahena Garduno.
Sadie Aline Burara.
Gia Cristiana Bunag.
Evelyn Cumancho.
Emmanuel Castano.
Gigi Castro.
Adugo Ogunana.
Bianca Navarrete.
Aditi Vala.
Kayla C. Watkins.
Ayana Yates.
Emily Zamudio.
Rasil Ali Ahmed.
Nori Al-Mabek.
Furdoz Mohammed Amir.
Raneem Al-Hasnat.
Leslie Quintero.
Sebastian Rodriguez.
Alexis Rojas.
Marilyn Salas Martinez.
Tatiana Scott.
Kiara Smith.
Cade Swigert.
Afnan Tochoni.
Benjamin Rappaport.
Henry Nguyen.
Mia Nanini.
Maya Pluta.
Dea Chendro.
Isabel Medrano.
Gage McNeish.
Glenn Myashnenko.
Danny Lopez.
Natalia Lazaro.
Rosalinda Leal.
Emily Montesinos.
Denise Martinez.
Andrea Mora.
Christian Martinez.
Lisette Munoz.
Rachel Mercado.
Daniel Mahoney.
Ketsia Gabriela Martinez Diaz.
Destiny Guerrero Ramirez.
Brianna Hurtada Vargas.
Deja.
Asil Arfat Isa.
Okay. Nesreen Musa Omar.
Filsan Ibrahim. Haley, who's next?
My first. Jocelyn Islas.
Haley Jones.
Nathaniel Kordzinski.
Benny Harris.
Mary Fair Campos.
Logan Cofield.
Caitlin Kaminsky.
Nico Corsini.
Robert Davis.
Jana Marie Davia.
Anthony Isel.
Madia Saida Fahim.
Kayla Freeman.
Parker Grimes.
Aria Gruenhagen.
Omar Abuelhija.
Quina Dansoa Bansu.
Michele Bascape.
Sarah Benson.
Yalonda Blackman.
Gianna Boros.
Isabel Berrios.
Stephanie Cruz.
Kristen Calvo.
Clifton Alexander Chaplin.
Kieran Cassidy.
Jaylene Castillo.
Cynthia Brenu.
Jasmine Sanchez.
Joseph Ship.
Jasleen Singh.
Gabriela Chef.
Ty Messina.
Shawnice McNuckle.
Nicole Darren.
Aisha Abubakar Nala.
Maya Wiley.
Gilbriel Winters.
Tiana Enocencio.
Carla Tahis Ortega Morato.
Afreen Shafi.
Saja Atie.
Edlin Acosta.
Husna Ali.
Zaid Abdullah.
I would like now to ask Dean Glenn Brodowski to return to the podium to present candidates receiving bachelor's degrees from the Walter E. Heller College of Business. The names of the candidates will be read by Jane Wendorf-Krabs and Colette English-Dixon.
Walter E. Heller College of Business students, please rise and proceed to the stage to receive your degrees. President Melchizedek, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Walter E. Heller College of Business, it is my pleasure to present the following candidates for their bachelor's degrees.
Dean Brodowski, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Walter E. Heller College of Business, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon these awardee candidates their bachelor's degrees. Congratulations.
Daisha Thomas.
Delaney Durker. Sarai Rebecca Murray.
Vanessa Solano.
Jenna Gurney.
Carlos Martinez.
Madalena Kelly.
Jaylene Cetila Ruiz.
Soni Malhi, summa cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Arturo Torres.
Saul Zuniga.
Oscar Schuster. Magna cum laude.
Kajil Schuer.
Bharat Raj Tanisha, cum laude.
Matthew Torres.
Alex Tran, cum laude.
Jayla Turchin.
Maritska Vargas.
Jennifer Vargas, magna cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Andrew Vian.
Canary Williams, cum laude.
Terrence Young Jr.
Lisbeth Zapata.
Oliver Inseong.
Mary Oshana.
Sebastian Padilla.
Michael Payton, Franklin Honors.
Tazia Wilson.
Noah Pablo.
Marisol Patino.
Ilona Pavliuk, magna cum laude.
Julian Perez.
Isaac Sanchez.
Federico Sanchez, summa cum laude.
Rutvi Vipul Shah.
Alicia Zilonka.
Lucero Santoy, Franklin Honors.
Luca Lackenmeyer.
Angelina Lambert.
Griffin Lihet.
Angela Lewis.
Paola Macias, cum laude.
Denise Merodio Gomez.
Joseph Mack.
Victoria Merishiva, summa cum laude.
Samuel Marty.
Boris Mutavzik.
Layan Mohammed Nasser.
Krista Norton, summa cum laude.
Anthony Ebi Takuchwu, Ochiabotor.
Giovanna Gardino, magna cum laude.
Sylvia Gomez.
Juan Gonzalez.
Olivia Hardinet.
Sarah Heischer, Franklin Honors.
Amira Hafsa, Franklin Honors.
Charles Anthony Jackson.
Bianca Jones.
Kelsey Johnson, Franklin Honors.
Max Knight, magna cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Gabrielle Lewis Kuning, summa cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Zaiba Kamran, Franklin Honors.
Cynthia DeLeo.
Timothy Darche.
Litzy Delgado.
Hannah Sanders.
Andrea Di Paolo.
Piero Elitio.
Lachlan Diamond.
Brett Dudek.
Natalia Echeverria, magna cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Maria Guadalupe Esmanuela.
James Federler.
George Fox, Franklin Honors.
Jordan Castino.
Paul George Chukopoulos, Franklin Honors.
Chase Carvella, summa cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Elizabeth Kanungo, Franklin Honors.
Jarrell Calhoun, MSFA All-American.
Yolanda Butler.
Camilla Burrock, summa cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Carson Butke.
Andrew Bucaro.
Madison Bostelman, summa cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Michael Booker, Franklin Honors.
Rosana Barrios.
Maria Cedillo Banderas, Franklin Honors.
Edward Anaya.
Chloe Almusi.
Juliana Alcaron.
Sarah Abu Swalem, magna cum laude, Franklin Honors.
Kamaria Grayson.
Paige Shenyon.
Emily de Blakecourt.
Maria de Pilar Escunero Luna.
Joshua Franklin.
Amaya Garth.
Gina Koshaba.
Long Lee.
Michael Manzo.
Ashley Neiman.
Corey Severinson.
Ki Mai Vu.
Khalil Haywood.
Morelia Aguiar.
Melissa Hunt Blakely. Brooke Jones.
Aisha Walker.
Victor Ganesh.
Now, that was the practice run. All right, please join me in another round of applause for our graduates. Now, I believe that higher education is essential to achieving the American dream. Eleanor Roosevelt and her husband, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the namesakes of this university, also thought a great deal about the role that education plays in our nation and in the world. Eleanor Roosevelt said, I quote, I think if this college can send out people who are trained to a sense of responsibility, then I think we will have done a tremendous work for democracy at home and for a solution to the great world problems. She was also proud of the religious, ethnic, racial, and economic diversity of Roosevelt students, faculty, and staff. She said, here in this great city, you have many, many races, many religions. And in Roosevelt College, these races and those religions will meet. They will work together, and it will be an example of what can be achieved by cooperation. Her words carry just as much weight today as it did when she said them. Use what you have learned to devise bold solutions to today's problems and heal divided communities. Therefore, graduates, today is about you and what you have accomplished. Starting tomorrow, it is about your family, your community, and your responsibility as an educated citizen to improve our democracy. I hope Eleanor Roosevelt's words about responsibility, diversity, cooperation, and collaboration inspire you as you go out in the world with your brand new degrees. I hope you're proud of the legacy of this university that values diversity, inclusion, and equity. And I know you will be proud alumni of Roosevelt University. Now, before we go to the symbolic flipping of tassels, why the undergraduate, and I know that's what you've been waiting for, just allow me a few requests from our graduating class. Would all of you who are the first person in your family to receive the level of degree you're receiving today, please stand. You all know why we did that. Would all honors students please stand? Would all students who are veterans or have a veteran in your family please stand? And would all international students please stand? And the graduates are going to turn around because we are going to ask the alumni of Roosevelt University who are in the audience, please stand. And speaking of alumni, graduates, you are now members of the Roosevelt University Alumni Association. Be sure to keep your information updated. Now, in closing, let us not forget our commitment to serve one another, embrace our mission of social justice and inclusion. As you go forth, remember to lean on the strength of your diverse and talented network here in this theater. Together, you can help us build a more just society. So my sincerest congratulations to all of you, and especially your family, on this joyous day. So I now turn over the mic to the one and only, the voice of Roosevelt University, Vice President Mike Cassidy.
Hello, Lakers. Thank you, President Melexide. I'm Mike Cassidy, Vice President of Athletics and Student Athlete Success. You might wonder how you get the nickname as the voice of Roosevelt. On occasion, in my ample free time, I occasionally do public address announcing. And it is my pleasure for one last time. I have a special one, and everyone knows this one is my favorite. So one last time, ladies and gentlemen, now batting, a senior, number 34, Joe Mack. Now, before we go, let's give a round of applause to recognize our outstanding musicians in the Chicago College of Performing Arts Double Brass Quintet. Today's ceremony will conclude with the turning of the tassels and the singing of Roosevelt's alma mater. We ask that all guests stay at their seats until after the platform party, faculty, and graduates have left the theater. Immediately following the ceremony, we invite all graduates and their families to proceed to Feynman Lounge on the second floor of the Auditorium building on the Michigan Avenue side to take pictures with President Melexide. Everyone must exit the theater promptly. And now, for the symbolic moment the undergraduates have been waiting for, the turning of the tassels. But first, perhaps during today's ceremony, you felt like you missed your moment. As a parent, partner, loved one, friend, when your graduate walked across the stage, maybe you were a little timid, you didn't know, should I get real loud, should I scream? I get it. Perhaps you saw a Cassidy walk through the stage in silence. Cassidy family, I think we can do a little bit better. This is your moment, though, where it is fully appropriate to turn the volume up to 11. This is your redo to let your graduates know this is their moment to scream from the mountaintop as they've achieved their undergraduate degree. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to ask in a minute, more like 5 seconds, our undergraduates to rise. When I ask them to rise, let's make the Auditorium Theatre sing with your applause, your screams, your support for your graduates. Friends, family, alumni, are we ready? Undergraduates, please rise. And now you may turn your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side, which signifies your graduation and earned degree. By the power invested in me, I now pronounce you Lakers for life. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2025. As we conclude our ceremony, please join me in the singing of the Roosevelt Alma Mater, performed by Chameri Obianam, Bachelor of Music Voice, class of 2026.
To what we dream takes courage to start. In all that we are, we lead from the heart, with goals for a future we learn from our past. With honor and courage, our freedom will last. Roosevelt University, tower of light. Roosevelt University, our power, our might. Knowledge, diversity, the power of one. Bearing the touch for every daughter and son. Forward, forever, for all humanity. Alma mater, Roosevelt University. Roosevelt University, tower of light. Roosevelt University, our power, our might.